In pro wrestling, it takes a lot to truly shock a veteran. They've seen it all, from giants to high flyers. But when Arissa LeBrock stepped into a WWE ring for her debut in August 2025, the legends watching were left speechless. It wasn't just a move. It was a takedown so fluid and real it blurred the line between sports entertainment and a legitimate fight. The stunned look said everything. They weren't just impressed, they were shocked. So what does it take to leave a WWE legend speechless? For Arissa LeBrock, daughter of an action icon, it wasn't her famous name. It was a secret skill that nobody saw coming. To get why Arissa LeBrock's arrival sent shockwaves through wrestling, you have to understand the massive shadow she was born into. Her father is Steven Seagal, a global brand built on a terrifyingly real martial arts background. Her mother, Kelly LeBrock, was a supermodel and actress who defined Hollywood glamour. Arissa was born at the intersection of two legacies. People expected a warrior from her dad's side and a star from her mom's. From the moment her name was mentioned as a potential wrestler, the skepticism started. A famous last name in this business is both a gift and a curse. It gets you in the door, but it also puts a giant target on your back. People assume your path was paved with privilege, not grit. For a long time, it seemed Arissa was following her mother's path, finding success as a plus-size model and appearing on the reality show Growing Up Supermodel. She was fighting to be seen as her own person, but beneath the surface, a different passion was growing. She poured herself into the grueling world of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a martial art often called human chess. It was there, on the mats where your last name doesn't matter, that the Seagal side of her legacy began to emerge in a way no one expected. This unique mix of poise and toughness got her noticed by WWE. In December 2019, she got the call for an official tryout at the World Class Performance Center in Orlando. This was her shot to prove she was more than just a name. WWE tryouts are notoriously brutal, designed to push athletes to their breaking point, and Arissa was ready for the grind. And then it was all torn away. While pushing her body to the limit, Arissa suffered a severe career-threatening injury. The specific details are private, but the result was catastrophic, bringing her wrestling ambitions to a heartbreaking halt. Her WWE dreams were put on hold, the hype vanished, and a deafening silence followed. This led to a period Arissa herself described with raw honesty as a descent into darkness. She revealed, "I realized that I had become comfortable in the darkest, worst place in my life. For most, that would have been the end of the story. The dream was dead." But a lifeline came from one of the most respected figures in the business, Dustin Rhodes. As the son of the legendary American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Dustin understood the weight of a famous father's shadow better than anyone. He saw past the injury and the celebrity name. He saw an athlete with untapped potential. He invited her to his Rhodes Wrestling Academy in Austin, Texas. Not a shortcut, but a second chance to rebuild from the ground up. This was the call she needed. Arissa packed her bags and threw herself into the craft. At the academy, she wasn't Steven Seagal's daughter. She was a rookie learning from a master. Dustin taught her how to translate her legitimate BJJ skills into the unique language of pro wrestling, blending her combat ability with showmanship. After months of hard work, her moment finally came. In August 2025, Arissa LeBrock made her official stunning WWE debut. This wasn't a student showcase in a small gym. This was the big leagues, in front of the entire world and the legends of the business. When she entered the ring, the transformation was complete. She wasn't a model-playing wrestler. She was a survivor. From the opening bell, it was clear this was something different. Her style wasn't just inspired by martial arts. It was a seamless and violent fusion of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and power wrestling. Her submission-based offense looked agonizingly real because it was built on a foundation of legitimate skill. She moved with the chilling efficiency of a predator, dominating on the ground with the principles of BJJ. This is what stunned the veterans. They've seen wrestlers imitate fighters, but they were witnessing a legitimate martial artist who had learned to be a professional wrestler. The difference is huge. Her grappling wasn't just a sequence of moves. It was a chess match designed to inflict pain and force a submission. Her background in BJJ, an art tested in real competition, gave her an aura of danger that simply can't be faked. She had fused the star quality of her mother with the terrifying combat credibility of her father, creating a style that was all her own. Dustin Rhodes, her mentor, became her biggest cheerleader, praising her work ethic. He made a bold prediction that put the wrestling world on notice. Pretty soon, the whole world's going to be talking about Arissa LeBrock. That journey, from a dark place to a stunning WWE debut, is a testament to her resilience. It begs the question, what do you think is the most crucial element for a wrestler with a famous name to succeed? Raw talent, a unique style, or the mentality to overcome the pressure? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that go beyond the ring. While there is no public interview of Steven Seagal detailing his reaction to his daughter's matches, one can imagine what a lifelong devoted martial artist would see. He wouldn't just see the showmanship of wrestling, he would see the discipline and the warrior spirit. He would recognize the grit required to come back from a career-threatening injury. In his daughter, he would likely see the principles his own persona is built on: resilience, strength, and an unbreakable will. Her journey proved she wasn't just using his name, she was honoring his legacy in her own arena, and a father could only feel profound pride in the warrior his daughter had become. Arissa LeBrock's story is the perfect answer to any doubt that followed her. She didn't use her name for a handout. She humbled herself, moved to Texas, and learned the craft the hard way. She has transformed from being known only as Steven Seagal's daughter to being known as Arissa LeBrock, a resilient and legitimately dangerous professional wrestler. Arissa LeBrock's journey is a masterclass in fighting back. She entered the spotlight carrying the weight of two iconic names, a shadow that could have easily defined her. Her path was derailed by a dream-crushing injury that led to a period of deep personal struggle. Yet, she refused to let her story end there. Guided by a wrestling legend who understood her burden, she rebuilt herself from the ground up, trading a life of comfort for the sweat and sacrifice of the mat. She proved that legacy isn't just about your parents, it's about what you're willing to endure to build your own. Her shocking debut was a definitive statement, the culmination of a very real, very difficult journey. Now, with the entire wrestling world watching, the question is no longer if she belongs, but how high she will climb. Now that she's forged her own identity, where does Arissa LeBrock go from here? The one thing that's certain is that no one will ever underestimate her again.